Hey guys, welcome out to the channel. We're going on a little adventure today with everything that's been going on this beginning of the year. All the auctions have been completely shut down. They've been doing online auctions, but I mean those aren't very fun. And so today I finally found an auction that looked somewhat interesting. It's got a lot of agriculture stuff, tools, different things like that. So we're gonna go, it's about 20 minutes away, and we're gonna try to see what we can bring home. So I got some cash in my pocket, and hopefully we'll get something good today. Well, I just got here and it is packed out today. Hopefully we get something. I didn't think it was gonna be something this big. So we're back, and the auction went fantastic. There was a lot of good stuff for sale. A lot of farm implements that went for a decent amount of money. Some of them were, I thought, were a little bit high dollar, a little bit overpriced for what I've seen around being resold for my area on Facebook and stuff. But I got some goodies. I got engine stand, stuff like that, or not engine stand, engine lift. So let's go look at that real quick. So I got this engine lift right here. It's a Duralast 2-ton engine hoist or engine lift cherry picker thing, and paid $120 for it, which is pretty good. Most of the used lifts around my area go for about $150, $175. So this is 5-foot reach on its arm as well. And then right next to it, I tried to get a couple different edgers, and you guys saw me get an edger the other day that I was working on. And this guy came up for sale, and I had to buy it. It's got an old antique Briggs & Stratton motor on there, 3 horsepower engine. So some of the stuff is still right there. You guys can see how old this is. Apparently this hasn't been ran in about 20 years or so, since the mid 1990s, they said. So we're gonna end up working on this and seeing if we can get this one, stay put, if we can get this to turn over. The only thing that I can see that is missing is the cutting blades right here. But I mean, that's not really a problem. You just get some metal and you can make your own. Drill a hole, put a sharp edge on it, and you're good to go. But everything works on it for the most part. All the like adjustability stuff. So a little bit later in the video, we'll go ahead and see if this thing will crank over. So I may sell some of these deep sockets because there was a lot of duplicates, and I don't need a bunch of duplicates, at least I don't think so. But it never hurts. I've got them listed for sale, and if I end up selling them, I sell them. If not, then I mean, it's no big deal. Just put them up, put them in the socket drawer, something like that. But that's my goodies that I got at the auction. So I didn't spend too much. I did take quite a bit of cash and was trying to buy some of the bigger products. There was a couple of John Deere mowers there, but they went for crazy prices. There was one riding mower that ended up going for like right around $1,100, and it was used, torn seat, and stuff like that. So that was kind of overpriced. Sometimes in these places you guys see like bidding wars and people go back and forth. And I saw a what was it, a Pancake air compressor that I believe sells new at Lowe's for like just over $100 or something like that, and it went for almost $160. So people get in that little war mind game thing, and then they just completely forget about thinking about the actual price, and then they get way overdone. So now that I've shown you guys the auction stuff that I got, let's go ahead and pull that antique looking edger thing in here, and let's see if it can get started. So we're going to be working on this now. Went and showed you guys everything I got from the wherever I just came from, what you call it, the auction. And I want to try to see if this little guy will be running. First thing I want to do is go ahead and check the oil, and I've never worked on one this old, so I'm gonna fumble through it, see what's gonna happen. I'm just gonna try to make sure that it does have oil in it. All right, it's got oil. It is pretty black. So if this does get running, we may change it. I don't know what I'm gonna exactly do with this thing yet. So throw that down, and I know for a fact it has absolutely no fuel in it. So we're gonna dump a little bit of fuel in it. And then we'll give it a few pulls and see if we can get it to fire over. I wonder if we should check to see what the spark plug looks like. Let's do that first. Look, we're already starting to use some of these new sockets. These are the S&K, or SK, whatever you want to call it. And these were all spark plug sockets that came in. Looks like most of them are 5/8. That's 5/8, 5/8, 5/8, and then we have a 13/16. We have one oddball one, but all these other ones are 5/8. So let's pop this loose. Hopefully it won't break. There we go. Yeah, it's in fairly good condition. Doesn't look like it's burnt at all, so that's good. Alright, so we got the fuel in there. We're gonna get this spark plug put back in. We don't even have a spark, but we're just gonna try it out. Go big or go home, right? Let's put this back on here so we don't lose that. I don't even know where the on-off switch is or anything for this, but we don't have to worry about that, right? Maybe that's for the throttle. All right, let's go with it. Nice. So I don't know how to actually shut it off yet. I think I have a clue, but we're not gonna fill up the tank because I don't want to run it all night long. I think it's just off the throttle by the handle, but not 100% sure. So let's go ahead, get it started, and see if it'll run just with the fuel in the tank. All right, here we go. I think it's going, you guys. This thing doesn't want to latch very well. So definitely gonna probably have to clean out the carburetor. I mean, it's been sitting for over, I'll say over 20 years. All right, let's go ahead and start with that. We'll go on the back side. Right here is where it's at. It's actually looking like it may be leaking some fuel, maybe. Not sure. But maybe pop off the air cleaner as well, or whatever this is. Let's just start popping stuff off. Went and took this out front and got it pressure washed. And I didn't even know that this was yellow. So that's pretty interesting. This looks like the oil reservoir right here or something. It says oil level. So I guess that's how we need to check the oil. We'll pop that off, double check that. I like the look of this, how old it is. I'd like to really put a date on this of how old it is. I need to find a manufacturer number or something like that on here to really figure it out. I'm looking, it looks like it might be over here in this corner, but I'm not sure. Old decals though, gotta like them. Here is where the carburetor is, all this set up, but this is all black and grimy, so we got it all cleaned up, and let's take it in the shop and actually start working on it. I've been looking at this a little bit in more depth and trying to figure out what everything was, where everything's located and stuff. And we got the carburetor right here. It looks like the oil reservoir right there. And then I didn't notice, but on the top, this is where your shutoff is. This is stop. And when I was trying to start it earlier, it was leaned up against the spark plug wire. So I'm gonna go ahead and try to get that off of there. And then we'll try it again and see what happens. Maybe it'll run this time. It was dry with fuel, so that's possibly a good thing. Maybe it'll start up. Alright, so we got the stop switch off now. And this throttle is for this little pin right here that goes up and down. So we're gonna put it down a little bit, and let's see if it'll turn over. There's still something wrong with that cord. So normally on newer machines, I would probably use an impact just to take these off, but this is an older one and I don't want to break any bolts off. I have to drill stuff out. So we got a 7/16 socket, and we're gonna pop that one off, and then there's possibly two more underneath. I don't even know if I can get a socket on that. It may need a actual wrench. Nope, I got it. Alright, so, and then I think there might be one more on the other side on the base as well. That would need to get taken off. Just slide off now. Well, I'm saying that it should. And the wheel's in the way. So how do we get the wheel out of the way? Gotta drop it down and lock it in. So we just dropped that wheel down right there. So now we got it kind of jacked up. And here's what we're working on. We got the spindle right here. We could probably clean up that spindle. It looks kind of nasty. Just trying to figure all this out and how this actually setup works, because this is an older engine and I haven't ever worked on one this old before. It looks like you're tied. The ones I'm used to working on have little paws that spring out and grab, and it's this actual star hooks onto the shaft right here, and it grabs it. And I wonder if this is just a little too worn out, or if this is a little too worn out, and it's just not hooking in when it's trying to rotate. And this isn't even screwed in. It's got two little tabs. One that is right here, it's got a little tab that's bent over. This is not attached by any means. It just kind of flops around in there. And you have this tab that folds over with like a little spacer or something. So I had to bring the edger back in the shop because I broke the pull cord, you know, because that's exactly what you want to do when you're trying to fix something. And now it's stuck. There we go. So I think I got it where it's spinning every single time now. But there was a couple, this tab right here, it actually folds down to hold everything together, so I had to fold that up. Luckily I didn't break anything off during all this. So, and this is actually an air cleaner, but it says oil level on it, so I didn't know exactly what that was. So I wonder if there's some oil that gets put in there, or maybe this is just somebody's old oil canister that they modified for this thing. But we'll take that off eventually and look at that too. So I'm messing with it a little bit more behind the scenes, and I don't think the gas was turned all the way on, and I just got it where I think I've got it turned on, where there's fuel flowing now into the carburetor. I thought I heard it chug a little bit, so I brought it back outside so we can see if it'll start. Doesn't want to go. So I got it running, guys. Took quite a few pulls. Something's not right on the inside here where the pull rope goes. But I don't want to put that much time into it, like I've been saying. I'm trying to get it to go back in. There it goes. So I don't want to put a lot into it. But I mean, it's a nice machine if somebody would want to actually take the time, fix it up, and they actually use it. Or this could be just like a collector's piece. Like I said, this decaling on here is really nice. It's old, so it's a good little machine for its age, and you can tell that it's been kept in a barn or something where it hasn't been getting all rusted and everything like that. So you don't find these anymore like this. I saw one like this before, but it was in really bad shape. A lot of people will sell the engines off of these and make a few bucks. But I mean, if somebody wanted to restore it, it'd be cool. But that's not what I'm gonna do. I've got too many projects going on right now to actually take that in and get it restored and, you know, put it back out. And the resale value of it wouldn't be worth anything. Even if I did restore it, nobody would even want that to pay for a value on that price. So it's cool that we got it running. Let me know what you guys think. If you guys enjoyed this little video with getting this running after it's been sitting for over 20 years, or I don't know, it needs some work still. But appreciate you guys watching this little auction video as well. Got some good finds. The engine hoist is definitely a great find for me. Can use that all over the shop. Thanks guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure you guys give it a thumbs up. If you guys are new, welcome. Hit that subscribe button. Check out all of my different playlists. I will see you guys on the next video.